If you asked yourself, what is the most important thing I can do today? What would your answer be? You might reply that it's to do something good for another person or to fulfill your daily duties. But in fact, the most important thing you can do each day is to pray. It's from prayer that we draw the inspiration to help others and the strength to accomplish our tasks. That's because, first and foremost, we were created for intimacy and communion with God. This is the ultimate purpose of our existence. And we achieve this intimacy and communion with Him through prayer. Prayer is a conversation with God, and it helps us to live good lives. Yet it is one of the hardest things for us to do. If you've ever tried to maintain a consistent and meaningful prayer life, you know how difficult it can be. It's easy to get off track or to go through times when it feels like God is distant and unapproachable. Prayer is not something that just happens to us. It's something that we do, and we often struggle through it. What's the best way to approach God in prayer? How do we grow in our prayer life? In order to pray well, we must have a proper understanding of how it works that isn't based on our limited personal experiences. Prayer is something that is taught and learned. In order to pray well, as Christian families and as individuals, we must draw from how the Holy Spirit has taught the church to pray over the centuries. And that's exactly what we're going to examine in our 30-day series called The School of Prayer. In this series, you will learn how the church prays, the different forms and stages of prayer, the spiritual aids that help us to pray well, how to recognize and overcome common obstacles to prayer, and practical tips for developing good habits of prayer. Prayer is the heart of our spiritual life, and it unites us with the angels and saints in heaven. It is both a sublime gift and a duty, so it's important to understand it well. You won't draw closer to God without it. You don't want to miss this important series. Subscribe now at goodcatholic.com.